Wow. Okay. So you got a good diverse range of acting skills. But what is it like when you're first starting? Is it something that kind of came naturally to you, or did you have to, like, I guess, constantly upskill to figure out, like, how you can improve different areas of your acting?
That's a very good question because I realized as a child there's a lot more freedom of expression. Like, I didn't really care about what other people thought of me, especially at a young age, because that's the age where I think you're more brave to try new things. And if you mess up, everyone laughs. It's a silly thing. But as I got older, I got a lot more self-conscious and I became very introverted. So jumping back into acting as an adult was terrifying for me. I went into a space where there were other adults and I just thought, oh, what am I doing here? Imposter syndrome. Like, I should have done this when I was younger, rah, rah, rah. And I thought that I wanted to be an actor, right? So whilst that was still true, what I figured was that once I opened up and allowed myself to put my whole being and trust into the teachers and to the students to express myself and to do the exercises, it was very freeing. It was a slow process, but I found myself being able to give myself more and take more in and kind of share that energy with other people as an actor because, in acting, sometimes like people are pretending to be someone else, but it's so much more than that. It's a lot of understanding how you move in your own body, who you are as a person before taking on the task of, okay, this is a character I'm going to take. I'm going to take care of this character, but I got to take care of me first. And that's the first step for anyone that's looking to do acting, is to trust the process, which is something that you hear very often, but have fun with it, just have fun because no one's here to judge. Everyone's here to do the same thing. And once you realize that, it becomes a lot more easier.
Yeah, of course. That's like really cool. Because I've never really had an opportunity to, I guess, talk to someone about acting before. What is it like to get started? So let's say, okay, I want to start acting. I guess you could go to maybe the acting school, but like, is that where everyone goes first, or do they go kind of straight into just finding somewhere where they have an open position where you have to, I guess, act something?
Oh, there's so many different ways to get into acting, and a lot of people have different stories. From my experience, I did go to acting school because I needed to build my craft. There were still things I didn't understand. There's a difference between theatre acting, projecting your voice, for example, and then doing screen acting, where it's a very tight, small box and small frame. So every movement is very specific, and too many big actions just throw people out of frame, essentially. And once I signed up for acting courses, I actually tried to find an agent, which I did.
Hey, just a quick announcement before we return to the podcast. If you're someone who's been feeling a bit stuck lately, maybe you're switching careers, rebuilding your routine, or just trying to get your life together, I get it. That's exactly why I write the Midweek Motivation newsletter, where every week I share real, honest thoughts on training, mindset, and the messy process of figuring life out. Especially for guys like us, we're in our 20s and 30s, just trying to get ahead in our careers, fitness, and performance. It's short and it's personal, and it might just give you the push you need during the middle of the week when it's least motivating. You can subscribe using the link in the show notes below, or go to substack.com and search up Midweek Motivation. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
And that gives you an opportunity to be represented by someone that's reputable, in Sydney, to find jobs that are suitable for your look or your experience. But there's also people that just do open calls and they just have that look, that raw talent, and, they grow from there. So there's a lot of different ways to go about it, but do your research, and figure out what you're more comfortable with. Do you want to be a theatre performer, or do you want to do screen work, film, television, commercial? There's so much, but definitely try everything. And then you'll figure out, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Do you have a preference?
I actually prefer writing. I actually prefer being behind the screen. So I thought for the longest time I wanted to be in front of the screen, theatre, film. I'm like, I want to be an actress when I grow up. And that's what I told myself when I was about 8 years old. But at the same vein, I love reading. And what I love about film and theatre is the characters and the story and just the way that everyone comes together, because for me, that is what makes great cinema, great storytelling. And I only figured that out when I did all the acting training, when I went out and put myself out there and did all the work. So now I'm really happy with writing my own stories and hopefully bringing them to life on screen.
Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of the behind the scenes work doesn't get enough attention, I would say.
Yeah.
When people go into acting, do a lot of people have kind of the same, initial goal where they're like, I want to be kind of famous, or I want to be on TV? Is that kind of the similar, mindset people go into it?
I think there's a bit of stigma where when you hear someone say that they're an actor, and then some people automatically assume you want to be in Hollywood. And whilst that is true for some people, it's not necessarily true for everyone. And so people who only want to do theatre acting, they dive into it and they just do it, you know. They go into like small theatre productions and they thrive in that. And sometimes they find themselves becoming a director or a producer for theatre, and that's what they stick with because they found their passion. And some people, they go into screen work, they become like an extras, for example, in a television series like Home and Away, Neighbours. They have a lot of extras actors that they pick from, you know, acting schools. And some people find that I'm chill with just doing commercial work and extras acting, but I want to do something else in my life. Like acting isn't really what I want to do anymore, and that's okay. But then there's some exceptional people, and I say exceptional, where they really know that they want to do acting. I want to be on the screen. I want to be in Hollywood. And it's exceptional to see them work really hard. Like Margot Robbie is a very, you know, interesting case for that because she worked so hard to get to where she is because she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She had a plan, more of an idea, her end goal, right? But that's like a very specific case. And, you know, everyone is exceptional in their own way. It's just, for me, when people say they want to be a Hollywood actor, to see someone actually become it is very rare, but also like, oh, this was meant for you. You've done this. You've done the hard work. And it's really lovely to see them flourish in that way.